So tell me, if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. That's not my hair again.
Smother yourself in brown mustard.
That'd be delicious.
So delicious.
Please turn in your deck list in deck before you get up to regular cards.
So, did you see the whole God cycle spoil again?
I did.
Farika and Athreos and...
Very disappointed in Farika.
Really? I don't know, it's cheap. I think it's more of a control deck card. It hoses graveyard strategies pretty well. It's not, my favorite's still Karanos. I'm going to be brewing some...
Is that the white-black one?
No, that's the blue.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that does something every turn, and it's good. You're either drawing a card or you're blocking something. And it's almost better if he's not turned on as a creature because there's much more removal that hits him or to do things.
Right.
Whereas an enchantment, he just kind of sits there and does work. Definitely looking to grow that. The white one, I was pretty happy with Athreos. A lot of people were talking about jamming him in burn decks. Yeah. Because they're already splashing black for like Bump of the Night and white on the Boros Charm. You know, in modern, of course, not standard. And you know, your mana's pretty easy in modern. You know, if you're the burn deck, you don't mind taking some shock lands.
Right. Speaking of modern play, I just see this hexproof, another 2-drop.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's
hexproof reach, 2/1 for 2 green mana.
Seems like something I'd want to slap some enchantments on.
Yep.
Get in there.
That guy, Witchstalker, that may become something in standard constructed.
And there's still Gladecover Scout. I don't know if it gets reprinted in the core set, but it's still legal from M14. So you got 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, all green. You can splash. We were talking about earlier. You got blue for Aqueous Form to scry and be unblockable. Of course, you got Unflinching Courage from Dragon's Maze. You know, just make the lifelink and trampling monster. You know, with all the removal, Supreme Verdict decks are kind of big, but you make one threat, they can deal with it, and drop another one.
I mean, if you're playing green-white in that case, you know, you play in Voice and then
like Advent of the Worm, in a turn, make a worm. That's
that and
but yeah, definitely the Voice.
The thing that makes your creatures indestructible. 2 and white.
Rootbound defenses.
That's it.
Rootborn defenses.
That's it.
I used to love pulling the fun trick with Geist of Saint Traff, and they were both legal for a while. Just make your angel, and then, oh, by the way, my Geist is indestructible, and I'm copying my angel. And this one stays around.
Angel.
And this one stays around. It doesn't get exiled. So.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
All the shenanigans with the indestructible stuff. But I was really surprised that Selesnya tokens never really got there. Like they kept adding a card here that make it better, adding a card here, and then just never. Somebody tried it for like a week.
Right.
They realized that there's just better jamming Loxodon Smiters and not worrying about populating, just making big efficient guys.
Right.
Splash black or red, depending on what you want to go with. Are there any cards you've got picked out for when RTR rotates the block? Like, what do you think that's not getting played now, kind of getting held down? That when the format opens up some, you see it playing a lot?
And Reaper of the Wilds is one that seems kind of fringe play right now.
Yeah,
but when it doesn't have to compete with Desecration Demon and some of the same stuff.
Yeah. And plus, Green Black just got the Scryland, so it's a little more.
And the Green Black Dredge deck.
Yep. Most of it's
just get Nemesis Immortals, a lot of stuff like that. There's just more limited cards.
I think the only big card of that I think rotates is Jared, which is sometimes randomly just throws a 10/10 at your face.
True.
And I think Shadowborn Demon, no word on if it gets reprinted in the core set, but it was a big, since you're filling your graveyard, you don't have to sack anything if you got 6 creatures in there. A lot of times you do.
Yep.
So it was a good card in that deck. But one I'm looking at, which is seeing a good bit of play, is Herald of Torment. The Bestow 3/3 flyer.
Yeah, I think that guy's another one along the lines. I think that green-black deck, along with the Scryland and everything, it might get the push that that it wanted to not be just fringe on the fringe flavor.
See, everybody's getting a little restless. You can see some people are already done. They've got their deck ready. They're ready to go. Some people are still frantically finding the mix of lands they want.
Got about 13 and a half minutes left in official deck construction. Hopefully we'll be through before that.
Yeah, maybe everybody get done and be like, let's go, let's do this. Since Born of the Gods draft is almost done, we're going to be one pack each after Tyranids comes out.
Right.
But was there a card in standard, I guess, from Born of the Gods that when you first saw the spoil, you thought this card is good, it's got a safe play that just never got played?
Let's see. Trying to think. I thought there might be not necessarily a card, but I thought there might be like a fringe tribal Minotaur deck show up.
Yeah, they got a couple pieces, and they're getting a couple in this set, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's like maybe just like little things for EDH. You might get things in there.
Yeah.
But it's not really. They're about one really sick card or two good cards away from being good. We are getting a tribal Centaur Lord in
Yes,
this set, though.
Centaur Lord. So we'll see if that actually makes waves and makes a difference, if anything.
It makes the green 5 mana get 2 3/3 Centaurs and instant speed card. Again, that's awesome. That seems like that'll be good.
Yeah.
4/4 and trample.
Yes. And already the best Centaur in the format, the Courser of Crofix.
It is a Centaur. It's also an enchantment.
Yeah.
It's all the upside.
Yes.
All the upsides.
Call the Conclave.
Now that card got more play, I thought, than people thought it would. I was on it pretty early because I got to play with it in a pre-release event. I was like, this card is insane.
Yeah.
And all the synergies, like say with Domri or just other cards that we want to manipulate top of your library.
Right.
Now, a couple cards that haven't seen as much play as I thought. One was Ramaz, who's in a couple of decks, in a couple of sideboards, but it's a 3/4 for 3 that just just puts out guys.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't.
I think that's one of those things too. It's just we're unfortunately in the time that we live in these mythic rares that are. I mean, they keep them at $30 and $40 a piece. Like,
Yeah.
it really turns off a lot of the, because nobody wants to, or it's hard to make that type of investment if you're not 100%
Yeah, to
sure
brew,
that this is gonna be just rock solid, amazing.
Like you can
So-
proxy them, but it's just not. It's not. I mean, it's not the same. Like if you want to
Yeah.
brew the deck, you gotta kind of like.
But even when you're even if you're brewing it and proxying cards to see how they play, like you're still thinking, all right, I've got to invest $100+ in this
card.
3 or 4 of this that's gonna be one of the main cards in my deck. So I think that really hurts it. Like it's just unfortunately the way internet sales, things like that, have generated the market. It's one of those not so fun things about it, but it's part of it.
There's a card there you gotta see on your spoiler. There, Desperate Stand, which is another
I haven't
stripe
seen
card.
this one yet.
It's weird. It's red and white, and as stripe. Each target is another red white, so it's very color intensive. But
Yes.
target creatures each get +2/+0, gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. But it's sorcery. Now, I mean, like, granted, you probably don't, since you're getting vigilance out of it, you probably wouldn't want to instant speed it. But I mean, I'm not sure what you're doing there. I guess you're just being able to bash in, and they can't block in, and they're still back on defense. But it's just so
is.
color intensive, and just I don't know.
It's one of those things where you're waiting on them to tap out, or you keep a wide up for your Brave the Elements
God's
type
willing.
effect, God's willing, something like that. Like the old Aetheros though,
Yeah, Athros looks pretty good.
the black-white god.
Yeah. Like I said, in Modern, you have him in play, you play Vexing Devil. What do? They just like take a ton to the face.
Wow.
Like you want to take 7, or you want to take 4 and make it this back, and you take 4 again next turn, or you can let it resolve, and then I hit you for 4.
Wow.
So
That's
it's
crazy.
and People still, because Cartel Aristocrat, still a card, still legal and standard. Sack Outlet, just for days. And especially
Yes.
like with the Zathrid Necromancer deck,
Yes.
would be, all the humans play Athreos, sack them.
Yep. Gray Merchant, the thing.
Yeah.
I like Aroas too. I mean, it's a
Aroas,
4-drop.
it's, it makes your guys incredibly hard to block. They're not in a dying combat. And then, oh, by the by, he's a 7/4 if he's online.
Seriously.
Which is huge.
Like, this is the card. It's kind of like what was the Ravnica card that I tried to make it playable for a little bit? The guy with Battalion.
Oh, which one? The Fireman Avenger?
No, the legendary guy.
Oh, the angel that gives you an extra attack phase?
Not
There's so
that
many
one.
good Boros cards
Exactly.
that we don't see play.
Exactly.
The legendary guy?
Yeah, he was same cost. He's 2 red. He's 2
Oh,
red and white.
Tajik.
Tajik. Yes.
Yes. +5/+5 indestructible.
Yeah. And now
But you just chump block him for days.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but now this guy would make that guy playable because you have
Yeah.
to block him with 2 guys.
Exactly.
All your guys with 2 guys. I still don't understand why Fireman Avenger hasn't seen play in an aggro. Like in a white
Yeah.
deck that wants to beat down, you're lightning hamstering them every turn. And it's a 3/3 flyer for 4, I believe it is. I mean, it's got solid numbers.
I guess that was another card that you mentioned. The legendary angel that gives you the double attack step.
Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess that's one that I've kind of been surprised that fell off after the rotation of M13.
M13 and
Because I played that card heavily. I love that. Had a just Naya monster deck, with Thragtusk and Masters and everything. And Aurelia was amazing. And then when Innistrad and everything rotated, she's one that I surprisingly fell off the map and just hasn't seen any play.
well, I think one of the things was your color fixing wasn't as good.
Yeah, that's part
Now
of it.
you had actually, I'll take that back. You had those 2 temples. You had the Abandon and the Triumph, but I think the format's went a different way. I mean, really,
It
sometimes control is big, and
Well, you
Yeah,
lost
Blue Devotion.
Farseek. It's
Yeah,
really
that
just
was-
your ramp.
yeah, the ramp.
Because you lost Farseek, there's no rampant growth type effect in the format
You lost
other
Arbor
than
Elf.
Mana Dorks.
Like you lost half that. You lost Arbor Elf and Alvison's Pilgrim,
Pilgrim.
which fixed mana in that deck a little bit because it gave you your whites you needed. So yeah, you definitely, the format changing us a little bit really squeezes cards out. Like a card like Desecration Demon that now's like a big player didn't see play before rotation
Right.
because Lingering Souls was the thing. Like,
Yep.
okay, I got to sack a thing, tap it down, hit you for 5. So
I'm kind of excited about the possibilities of a rogue deck after now, like a rogue monster style. And you have the extra.
that's already a thing,
The
really.
Scryland. It is, but we're picking up the blue-red Scry,
Yeah.
so even more mana
Better
fixing.
fixing.
This rampant growth, the
font thing?
the font,
Yeah.
because I'm really